Here are 7 things that women over 50 do differently to stop settling, to stop shrinking, and stop surviving a life that they were meant to truly, fully live. I'm not saying that I have all the answers, but I've lived enough life, I've made enough mistakes, and I have walked alongside enough women to know the things that tend to matter most after 50. Number 1, after 50, you stop performing and you start showing up more as yourself. By 50, most of us have worn enough masks. We have pretended to be somebody that we're not. We have adjusted, we have molded and shifted to be somebody to make other people feel more comfortable with our presence. We have been agreeable, saying yes when we really meant no, shrinking our opinions to keep the peace. And unfortunately, we dimmed our own light so the people around us would feel more comfortable. But at some point, you have to realize that the love that you're receiving from that performative version of yourself is not real love. It's really a costume. Smart women over 50 stop hiding who they are just to make other people feel more comfortable. If you have to show up in every room and you have to adopt a different personality depending upon what room you enter, that's a clue that you're not being yourself. Your second act begins when you are comfortable to be yourself no matter what room you're actually walking into. 2, you reinvent yourself instead of clinging on to who you used to be. Life after 50 demands that you reinvent yourself. I personally believe there's no other way of getting around that. Life after 50 demands reinvention whether you choose it or not. And most of us did not choose it. Most of us was thrown into it, whether it's a health crisis, whether a relationship ended, a career shifted, that former version of yourself didn't fit anymore. And so we can cling on to the idea that this is who I am, or we can shift our mindset and say that this identity that I have carried for so many years no longer serves me in the life that I'm pursuing at this time. Or we can say that this identity that I have carried for so many years does not fit the woman that I am becoming. I have personally been through the crucible of a midlife change. Reinvention is not about chasing trends or pretending that you're younger than you are, or trying to fit into situations or circumstances that you clearly know that you don't belong. Reinvention is about becoming more honest with yourself, really looking at yourself from a different lens, being introspective, figuring out those things that really work for you in this season, really letting go of the things in the past that you held on to that you thought was the best thing for you, understanding that you lived a life that really didn't serve you, and you really, at that particular stage of your life, you were not happy. It's really about becoming more honest, more aligned, more fully yourself than you ever have been. And I believe that is the most important work in your second. 3, you stop accepting declining health as is something that actually just has to happen for women over 50. One of the biggest growths that I think any person can have is really acknowledging where they are within their health and also being more proactive than reactive. Don't sit around until you have a major health crisis to go to the doctor. Don't wait around until you've been diagnosed with some type of chronic issue or condition to change your diet. Don't wait around until the doctor says you need to exercise, otherwise your blood pressure is going to go out of control. Start doing those things that say, hey, I'm making new decisions because I really want to live a quality of life. Nobody has to sit around and tell me what to do. Nobody has to baby me and hold my hand. I understand as this woman who I am becoming that I have the responsibility and the obligation to take care of this vessel that God has given me. It's nobody else's responsibility. I can find a book to read and understand nutrition. I can go online and look at YouTube and find some type of exercise program that I can use at this season of my life and whatever stage that I'm in. I have to make adjustments because no matter how good you look on the outside, your body still has that many years of usage on the inside. Most people are living a lot longer, and people actually really look good over 50. They really look healthy and vibrant, but your insides need to match your outsides. Your health is the foundation that everything else is built upon. Protect it. That is a smart woman's attitude over 50. This is what she thinks about, and this is what she becomes. 4, you take responsibility without punishing yourself. We have all made decisions that we regret. There is nothing that we can do about the past. Even God can't change the past of the things that have happened. And yes, some of our mistakes really are costly. Some of the things that we have done has cost us greatly, but you can't do anything about it. A smart woman over 50, what she does, she assesses her situation, she sits down and she's honest with herself. And when you fail at something, or you make mistakes, or you do things that really will carry you into the future that's in a positive way, you have to take ownership. And even if you make the decision to marry the wrong person, to get in the wrong relationship, to get into the wrong career, take the moment and sit down and accept your part in that decision-making process. That's where true growth comes from. I heard a preacher say one time, the fastest way to restoration is self-evaluation. So really sit down and take a look at yourself. I've had to evaluate myself and look at me and be honest with myself about the choices and the decisions that I've made. It is painful. It's not easy to do. But a smart woman after 50, she wants to be her best self, and she don't want to allow anything to continue to hold her back so she can't move forward in a positive and an effective and efficient way. Number 5, you stop passively waiting for your life to change. Life is unfair. And there are some things in life that you genuinely cannot control. Such things as your past, other people, the timing of certain seasons. In the Bible, there's a scripture that tells us there are times and seasons. And every season, you're not going to be on top. However, it is not what is going on in that season necessarily is the question, or what you need to focus on is how you handle what's going on in that season. One gift that I have given myself is this. I can't change what has happened, but I'm no longer willing to wait around for somebody else to give me a pass, somebody else to say I can, somebody else to say I can't. I choose me, and I choose to make decisions that's going to bring me joy in this life, in this season that I'm in. And even though some of the choices that I have to make right now, it may cause me pain because I'm letting go of something in my past that I used to hold on to, but I know that no longer serves me. But I know the life that I want is not going to walk through the door. I have to go and pursue the life that I want. And it looks vastly different from the life that I wanted before. And that's okay. Now, that may seem challenging, but at the same time, I believe that it's going to truly be worth it. 6, know what truly matters to you and you stop negotiating it. If you're still chasing goals that no longer brings you value in this second act of your life, you're truly wasting time. Women over 50 who truly thrive, they stop chasing people and ideas. Smart women over 50 stop trying to impress people who are not watching them anyway. She sets boundaries. She aligns herself with those boundaries. And everybody else has to follow suit to the boundaries that she has thus set forth for her life. And when you're making these changes, you don't have to be dramatic, but you have to have a strong enough why, something that continuously pulls you in the direction that you know that you're going to. Because without that clarity, you can drift away from the life that you said is now part of your purpose. Number 7, you get better at adapting and accepting the season that you're actually in. It is true, there's a time and season for everything, and you cannot control everything that happens around you. But what you can do is have the right attitude, have the right mindset and the perspective to get through that particular season. For me, what that has looked like is really giving myself and my thoughts and my ideas to God to filter those things through. Because there are things that can happen, and if you don't have the right grounding and the right mindset, it can take you to a very dark place. And so if the things in your past that used to trigger you, how do you show that you have now being transformed and your mind has been renewed and you handle things in a way that will be pleasing to God, that will be pleasing to the Father? The woman who thrives, they don't fight their season. They work with that particular season. And everybody is not going to be on top all the time. Nobody's on top 365 days out of a year. But what you do see when the waters are troubled in people's lives is how they handle the troubling of the water. You cannot give in. You can't throw in the towel because bad things happen. Bad news comes all the time. The question is now, what are you going to do when it's your turn and how are you going to handle it? And most of all, what I look at for myself is how is my actions, how is my communication, how does that glorify God? Will I bring glory to Him in the actions that I have, in the communication that I have, or will I be an embarrassment to the kingdom? The more flexible you are, the less likely that life will break you. And the less life can break you, the further God can take you. Now, these are the 7 steps, not to a perfect second act, but this definitely will get you started. But these are 7 shifts that I have watched transform my life and that of other women. If you have landed on this video, share this video with some woman that you know that will benefit from this information, and stay tuned for my upcoming videos for talks just like these. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.